If you've been considering buying a new smoker or a new grill and kind of on the fence where to go, which one to get, just indecisive about it, you really need to watch this video, and I mean watch it closely, because I'm about to show you the most versatile grill smoker pit that's out there. What you're looking at is the El Patron from Lone Star Grills. El Patron in Spanish means the boss. And buddy, let me tell you, this is definitely the boss. I'm gonna walk around this and show you the different parts of this grill and just what all it can do and how it's constructed. This thing was actually inspired from the old school hot box type cookers from years ago, but let me tell you, this is much more than the old school hot boxes, and you're about to see that. Now, it's constructed with 3/16 steel on the entire box itself. 3/16 is about twice as thick as what most competition is using. And I can verify that because I've owned various pits from a lot of different people, and 3/16 is not much under 1/4 of an inch. 1/16 under, and that's heavy. This thing weighs in at 450 pounds, and it's just, man, they have really thought this one out. Chris Goodlander, when he puts his mind to something like this, he just goes all out. So let me show you what all this thing can do. First off, you got this stainless steel bar here to open the lid. Now, I'll go ahead and talk about the rotisserie because I've already got it in there. Now, there is a top shelf right here, and of course that top shelf would have to come out in the event you were going to use a rotisserie. But look at this rotisserie. That is the heaviest rotisserie I've ever seen, ever. I don't know if that's 5/8 or 3/4, but that is one stout, solid bar. And I will be using that probably in October. I plan on doing a rotisserie turkey with this thing. So anyway, like I said, you do have a top shelf made from expanded metal. Now your bottom grates here, these are actually modular. What I mean by modular, you can actually lift these up and lift them out individual of each other. And those are 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch thick. They do have an option to get these in stainless steel as well. So obviously this and this is your actual cooking surfaces. So let's get into the bottom portion of this. As you can see, we got fire brick layered in the bottom. That will help retain heat and radiate heat and such as that. You can actually build your fire in that area. Or you have another grate right here. This can be used as a fire grate. Let's say you're doing steaks and you want to sear your steaks. You would then put your fire on here, and this will raise and lower. Let me show you that. So it's bottomed out right there. You can put your fire and adjust it up and down wherever you want it. Kind of that Santa Maria action, if you will. So not only is this a fire grate, it could also be used, put it in the upper position, have your fire here. Now you got deflector plates or diffuser plates. And that would be for like low and slow cooks. So far you can see that you can do hot and fast cooks. You can sear with this, you can rotisserie with this. And with the deflector plates, you can also do low and slow barbecue. And on each side, you got these vents. This side and the opposite side as well, you have these vents, and that really allows you to kind of turn this thing into basically an offset smoker with a diffuser plate, these vents. And that was something else I wanted to mention. You can burn nothing but wood splits in this. You can burn charcoal in this. You can burn a combination of wood splits or wood chunks and charcoal. However you want to do it, this pit will do it. It also has a door gasket, a felt gasket, to seal the smoke into the pit to where it can only come out of the vents. Those work very well, and they're easily replaceable if you ever have to, and eventually you will. Has a nice stainless steel table that can easily fold down like so. Now this side table is not only the table, it comes with this extra handle here, and so you know this is an option. This is an add-on. This is an add-on. The rotisserie is an add-on. All right, so this door, you can close it like it is here, and you can adjust your heat. You adjust your airflow through here, or you can just keep that closed off. Open this, then you can crack your door. You got various notches here, depending on how far you want it open, all the way to closed. I think I forgot to mention this, but it does have the tell-true thermometer built into it, and also those side ports that the rotisserie rod goes through, those can also double as probe ports if you want to run probe and wires into this pit. Now earlier I noticed this plug right here on the side, and I'm pretty sure that would be for an air controller that you can adapt in there to adjust the airflow and everything into your firebox. Or it could be that you could hook a gas assist to actually start your fire with. I'm not exactly certain. I didn't do my due diligence and research yet, but you could definitely hook an air controller to that. The quality and craftsmanship of these Lone Star grills is unsurpassed by any. They have built a huge reputation because of that. I've been working with Lone Star grills for roughly 8 years. The first pit I ever had was my offset. My offset is still being used all the time. It's actually over there in Mobile at my oldest son's house where I was shooting videos for the last 2 or 3 years, and I just left it over there for now. And I still have my pellet grill, and I've owned quite a few different products from Lone Star Grills, and I've been happy and satisfied with every one. But they built their reputation on the craftsmanship, the quality. It just is excellent work. All right, standard on this pit are these 5-inch casters. The 2 on the front will swivel, the 2 on the back will not, and they do not have locks on them. I'm sure you could get those with the locks through Lone Star Grills. I know he does carry them, so that's probably an upgrade or an option you can think about if you think you need them. I personally don't need them. Now you have the cool touch handles here on this handle, and you also have the one right here on this front door to your firebox. Right there, buddy. Y'all memorize that phone number, because I'm telling you, you will not regret any pit you get from them. All right, I thought I would say one of the best features last on this. This little door here, this hatch, is actually for access to turn this into a pizza oven. Now the stone was sent with this. I think that's an option if I'm not mistaken. You'd have to look at the website, but there is a stone, a big stone. It's still in the box. I haven't unboxed it. I'll probably leave it in there until I actually use it to keep it protected, but it lays across here on the grates, and I think I've seen Chris remove the grates to put that in place, but just for safety reasons I think I'll just place them right on the grates in case by some chance they were to crack or whatever. I don't want everything falling through. But you have a lot of thickness left up here, so that pizza stone should end up being right about where it needs to be, even with the grates in place. And I cannot wait to use that function as well. All right, so at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing sprayed down on the inside only. Gonna get it sprayed down with some oil, some canola oil. We're gonna get a fire going. I'm gonna start burning this thing in, and the instructions come with this. It says do not exceed 350 degrees. When I normally set the paint on a pit like this and season the inside, I will run it starting off around 200, then go up to 225, then finally finish off between 250 and 275, and just let it run for anywhere between 3 to 6 hours. I'll probably go the full 6 hours. It's very critical you set this paint, because right now it's very soft. This pit just got painted like a week and a half ago. It's still soft. If you were to hit it with anything, it would take that paint off. So you want to cure that paint and really get a good bond. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out all these grates. I'm gonna pull out the diffuser plates at the bottom, or the fire grate, depending on how you look at it. Pull them out to where I can get both sides coated very well with a spray oil. I'm also going to pull this top shelf out, do the same thing. Then I'll spray all the inside completely. No need to spray the bottom. That's where the fire brick is. And it recommends not to spray the door because these gaskets, you don't want the oil getting on these gaskets. When they're brand new, you want that to also get set by the heat. So I might hit a little bit where that bare metal is, but I'll make sure not to let it get on the gaskets. Got a fire going. I'm gonna let that burn for just a moment longer. Then I'm gonna close that bottom door, let some air get into it, and start adjusting this heat, trying to keep it somewhere around 2 to 225 for a little while. Then I'll slowly bring it up to 250 to no more than 275, and we're just gonna let it hold at that for hours. And so I'll bring you back when this is fully seasoned, let you look at it, and we'll close this video. All right, I have been seasoning this for around 4 hours. And as you can see, I'm starting to get that patina look on that top grate. The bottom grate already had a little bit of rust color, but it's got a good coat. And I don't know if you can see down in the bottom there, but at any rate, there's the sides. 4 hours, this is all we're going to do to it. Now, this wood in here will continue just to burn and eventually burn out, so that could last another hour, so probably about a 5-hour burn in. And that's basically all there is to it. Once this fire goes out, I'll close her up, I'll roll her back into the garage and get ready for the next cook, or get ready for the first cook. This is a sweet pit. I'm telling you, this is the Swiss Army knife of pits. It can do anything you can want it to do, and time will tell where it excels and where it doesn't as much. So my plans is to knock out videos from now all the way up to the first of the year. Every cook you see will be done on this pit, and I want to try to cover everything that this pit can do. Now, I don't mean every video is going to be this pit consecutive. Sometimes I have to work with sponsors or whatever, and I might have to break away to another video. But for the most part, this is what you're going to see for the remainder of the year. And of course, beyond that, as I get around to it, I got to show all my pits some love and stuff like that at some point or another. But I'm happy to have this. It's definitely something you need to consider if you're in the market for a pit. I can't wait to do some low and slow barbecue and see how it compares to an offset or even my old hickory and things like that. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Check out Lone Star Grills. I'll have links in the description. And I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with them. There's been a lot of people that's bought them. They already know. If you're one of them, then you already know. If you haven't, you can trust this brand. I promise you, Chris Goodlander and his wife, they are fine people. They are local, and the biggest part, this is built in the US of A. Everything about it, USA, and I'm all about that. I'm Russ Jones with Smoky Ribs Barbecue.